Upgrade your next meal to perfection. Cast Searing Spice to instantly enchant any meal. Defend your food from boredom. Get Thermo Alchemist Searing Spice. And untap the flavor.
Available at Singular Superstore and Marasas Market.
Hey everybody, welcome to our Saturday before Halloween show, and we still have a pretty big Halloween theme going on. With you as always is me, Shahrazamon, hopefully a little fight, and Nimchipsky too. Good to see you guys. Thank you for joining me. Alright, so one of my buddies online, I think his real name is Felipe Pinheiro. Sorry if I butchered that, but everybody else knows him as TemurPlayer on MTGO. He's a PCT regular. He had a pretty cool list we'll go over with in a little bit, but he sent it to me and asked me to make a few changes, and so I did. And it kind of merged into, if you remember, if you're really old timer to the show, green one was something me and, gosh, who was it? David Schaefer, I think his name was. He's been out of Pauper for years, but we took Stompy and we made it faster, and we just got ridiculous with the mana curve. And his deck, I think, just on a different, completely different canvas or whatever, did a very similar thing. Obviously, you're going to arrive at a lot of the similar choices. So I kind of went like this with both of them. I'm looking for a better name than Hasty Stompy, but I just wanted to give him some props because, yeah, I wouldn't be playing it today if it wasn't for him. And if you're out there and you got some cool brew or whatnot, always send it our way, pauperganda@gmail.com. We love Sharon and Karen and blah, blah, blah. Jose Prevista. Right. Oh, sorry. I know I just didn't. I made up letters there. Sorry about that. Anyway, Pauper Tim in the house too. All right. So I really like the respectable curve in 17 here. You could probably go as low as 15 and be justified with this curve. But I'm just a purist, I guess. So got this old school when I first started playing Stompy competitively way back, I think like 2006-ish. I shouldn't say that. It makes me sound really old. This card is just awesome. It's one of those cards you always like, I don't know. And then when you're playing it, it's pretty much green removal. And between this and Savage Swipe, it feels like you can kind of clear the board pretty easily. Because we're doing that, because we're killing stuff, we've got Hunger the Howlpack. We've got 4 of these. We've got 4 of these, obviously. 4 of these. 4 Pit-Skulk. And here's something you don't see every day. We kind of want things to die. My original list, different deck. Green one had Flare Husks in it way before Brute Squad. Excuse me, I just got a little it's sticking in my throat. Apologies for the audio there. So when these die, obviously we've got the Hunger plan there, and right behind that is Uktabi Drake, which just so unexpected. Late game, it's awesome. I don't mind seeing them even early, because if you've got a Hunger in the hand, you can just keep moving. 1 Bonesplitter, 2 Gingerbrutes, 4 of these, and 3 of these, and 3 of these. Now this is the card that TemurPlayer really brought to focus, and I was the victim of it. I think when he got first place, he smashed me with this list, and I remember seeing it and going like, I don't know, that should be this or that should be that, and me and my opinions. And he proceeded to smash my face. So got my respect. So we'll see how it's playing today. We're going to be playing some pretty fast games today. So anyway, catch up in the, Uktabi Drake. Key guess. All right. Anyway, so we've got Faerie Macabre. This should be nothing new. I'm completely off the relic train. I mean, outside of maybe a Tortured Existence matchup and stuff, I just always want to see this just because you just can't counter it, and it's so money. We got 3 Weather the Storm. I could see Burn maybe being a problem with this matchup, even though we're probably too fast for it, but we'll see. I know from just experience, you really want all 4 of these. Mono black controls around, and it's nice to have an extra body to throw in there, but also with all these 1-drops, you don't want to become Spell Stutter bait. And then we've got 4 natural states because, you know, that's pretty much the reasoning there. So it was a mistype emote. Oh, slightly hungover. Yeah, I get you. All right, so yeah, we're just going to jump on in here, and as opposed to last week's Nims or Nils, I forget what we ended up permanently naming that. We'll have to come up with. I was thinking BLITZ-GREEN would be a good name for this deck. If you think you can come up with a better moniker, let me know. That's what we're all about here, is catchy titles, neat little names and such. Make sure this lines up perfectly. So if you saw the top of the show, one of my super mega talented friends, I've got many of them, did the voiceover for me for the first time. His name's Eric Berggren, and he did a fantastic job of the Thermo Alchemist Searing Spice. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I was I've been wanting to use that for a while, and then somebody one of the fans on Facebook said, like, you know, oh, why don't you make it what was the other one, like about a thermos? And I'm like, oh, that'd be good too, but I was like, I don't know if many people know what a thermos is anymore. I mean, outside of like construction work, I know in the 80s kids always had them in their lunch boxes and stuff, but you know, there I go, showing me age again. Green 2. Yeah, that'd be a good one too. But man, yeah, Savage Swipe, that's just such a beast in this deck. And then with all the 2-drops that we've got, you could probably argue you could go with like a Vault Scourge over a Brute's Gingerbrute. You guys know I'm just high on this card, though. There's so many times he just wins the game for you, and just weird little interactions in plays he's got. So anyway, all right, let's see if do we have an opponent here? Oh, there we go. All right, let's see what we have here. All right, we've got 2 of these. Not the greatest hand. We're on the draw. I think we'll keep this. We got 2. We can do something on turn 2. It's not ideal because this is a green 1 deck, but we'll keep it. Use the thermos full of soup on my fishing trips in the 80s. Very nice. What is this madness? Speaking of madness, yeah, I just played Madness the other night. That's another deck. If you're feeling like, you know, I almost played this today, Chid's Blackburn Rovers. Maybe I'll play that next week. I think I was planning on that, but anyway. Oh, come on now. All right. Well, it's just like the one time we don't really want to have 2-drops, and we just want swarms because, you know, they've got tons of removal. So, oh well. We'll be able to get that out with Dash pretty soon here. And big UFC fight tonight. I'm so excited. I actually think, thank you for that, Pauper Tim. I actually think Khabib might lose tonight. I agree with Chael Sonnen. I think it's going to be one way or the other drastically. Like either I think it's going to be a very lopsided fight, 1 or 2 rounds, and one of those guys is going to emphatically win. I don't think it's going to be a real close one. Man, I don't know, with haste and such. You know what? Let me just put this out there. I'm just going to put it out there. I could have dashed it, but I'll save that for another turn. Thank you for that, Jose. Yeah, I love these lands. Pretty hard to beat these ones. All right. Well, looks like we're going to have to kill that dude if our guy lives. Okay, man. That deck's no joke. It's a great example of a deck that, you know, you look at some of the cards, you're like, what is this? And as we saw, it can add up really quick. All right. Well, let's we could do this and make that bigger and do all kinds of good stuff. I think ideally I'm just going to do target creature I control until I don't play that card very often. All right. Okay, so tempted to use that or that. Yeah, he hasn't played many of those. Let's try one. I want to go 2 overboard here. I could come in for 10, but I don't think we're going to be having this creature live next turn. This is kind of a clunky start. Don't worry about it. We'll have some BLITZ-GREEN openings and go from there. There's a really cool brewery in town here. Speaking of brews, what is this? Mortis Dogs attacks against 2-0 until the end of the turn. It dies and lose life equal to its power. All right, that's cool. There's this really cool brewery in town, and they have a... And I'm biased towards anything to do with space. Everybody knows I'm a big space geek, NASA, whatever. And it's called Space Dust, and I just love it. It's awesome. Alrighty, let's... I guess we'll just dash this. Cast with dash. We'll make sure this gets that. I'll do this. We control here. They control there. I think we ought to... you know, let's save that. Well, no, we'll go all in with this. Let's go. Booyah. Coming over for 12. But we might get edicted. Is that a word? Make that 14. Make that almost dead. Wazza! Mortis Dogs. Do the make cool pauper brews. Oh, yeah, I know, right? You know, when I was up in the Washington area for the that big pauper event at Mock's boarding house, I wanted to talk to the owner. I actually had a meeting set with him, and something fell through and stuff. But I told him, I was just like, gosh, you guys feel free to, like, you know, use the exact same names of the things I've got and just rename somebody, like, because they had their own little brews there, and I was like, man, that's. All right, death. Always got to choose the death. Same one. Doink. All right, we're out of creature. But unless they've got 1 mana removal, even with a clunky draw like this, we're still going to pull off the victory. At least this game 1 here. But you know, who wouldn't want to sit down in a place like that and have a Merit Lager, right? Gin tonic might be a bit strong for a game store, but I could see having a couple brews like that. Let's see. Does he got 1 mana removal? He might. I'm going to get 2 for 1 if he does. Hey, all right. So clunky start, but we still pull it off. Let's see. That was Rovers. I think that's what it's called, right, guys? All right. Well, you know, this deck gets out of control quickly. Really, really, really like a removal package. I think I'm going to lose some brutes. This is what we do with our extra mana, though, so don't take what I'm doing as gospel. I mean, that just goes without saying usually. I think we're going to lose some Gathered Courages just because there's not too much spot removal here. It's just that I haven't played this deck all that much. So I'm actually going to bring in the Weather the Storm package. I've seen that deck go crazy. I know it seems a little extreme to bring in all 3, but against aggro decks, I just want to have that extra time. Pit-Sulks and our creatures are going to be dying a lot, so we'll do that. And yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll bring in 1 of these just for Edict Insurance bait. Boop! I know we have a lot of creatures, but why not more? Ha! Rogues, I thought, could be rovers. Cold-Bias Ticklebush. That's such a great name. Aha. Right. Well, we've got our little package here. We'll lead off with the Ridgebacks, and then we've got the Hunger backup plan, so it looks pretty good. We'll keep. When you having a deck as aggressive as this, you could obviously shove in things like, you know, card draw and like Winding Way and Lead Stampede and such, but take away a lot of the oomph. And believe it or not, I think the knee-jerk reaction a lot of times, that's why I really respected the initial list, because it had 17 lands in it. And I think that shows a lot of discipline. My son played that when he first started playing Pauper. That's cool. When the Soul Cage Fiend dies, each player loses 3 life. Pauper needs more demons. They just sound badass. All right. We can do this to this to this. One thing I like too is the psychology invested in cards like this, Flare Husk and such. They're going to die anyway. So it's like there's a strange little psychological battle that goes on with removal spells, right? You're just like, well, do I really want to use a spell on this? It's going to be gone in 2 turns anyway. And, well, maybe he's planning on that. And, you know, you start overthinking everything. Pepe says, true. More demons and devils are a plus. Yes. I like me some evil. It's Halloween after all. Come on. Anyway, well, we've got a lot of life in our hand, so I'm going to keep our dude alive here. We'll save it to block when our dude's about dead. And then we'll see how that goes. All right. Here we go. And maybe I don't like Weather the Storm. Who knows? Okay, that is enough life for a while. Let's do this. We will attack. He's already seen a lot of tricks, so I don't think you ever want to side out that Savage Swipe unless you're just not going against, what do you call? What am I trying to say? Control or something like that with 0 creatures. I had one of the most satisfying losses. I went 3-2 yesterday. First time in quite a while with us. I did that wrong, by the way. With Brute Squad. And I was going up against Slivers, and that's always been a little bit tough. And I've made some changes to Brute Squad because the burn matchup's a little too close, and Stompy can be like, I want it to be a little more favorable. So I ended up going with like Lone Missionaries in the sideboard, just so I can trade and or gain life now instead of like any sort of tricks and such. So that's change up. But anyway, what I was getting to is Holdout Settlement and Survivor's Encampment. I had a lot of fun with those 2 cards because ooh, this is an interesting trade-off. I'll play it safe. Let's do this. So anyway, he had the Provoke set out. I mean, it was 1-1, and we're going into game 3, and it was like super close. And I was like, oh man, this is cool. And then he provoked, and my whole team, I had like 4 of those lands out and 4 creatures, and the game was over unless I tapped them for mana. So I was like, add white, add white, add white, add red, and then my team lived, and I won, and it was like, woohoo! A lot of fun. Great little trick. Alrighty. Well, those things live a lot longer than you think. So I'm going to keep this dude out so he can block and we can get some Howlpack action out of the deal. How's that? Boom, boom. We'll keep this back. We're getting too low on life here. Well, at least be able to gain like 6, maybe? Well, the demon's going to take 3, so. And man, the weather is it turns so nicely in my direction. It's just kind of nimbus skies. Looks like it could threaten rain at any time. Good times. Oh, is it Blackburn Rovers? Interesting. I did not know that. All right. Well, you got to be careful. You got to be really careful. All right. There's that. Okay. Now, let's let him attack. Oh, okay. Well, shoot. It's going to be hard to beat that. We'll gain some life out of this situation. There's, bought us a freebie there with the demon not attacking. And we still get the death trigger. Yep. Do you want to do this? Yes, please. I would like to save things. 1 more mana to even be good here. I can really go crazy on the storm count there. Bye-bye, Ridgeback. All right. Something died. Let's do this. Yes. I think we're all right on life. Let's do this. Yes. And we'll attack with both, I guess. I don't know about that. Let's just attack with this dude. We have seen quite a few edicts, so let's play it a little safer than normal. Boop. Now we got a blocker. Hello, old friend. All right. This Skyshroud Ridgeback really brings me back. way back when I lived up in like the Sacramento area. I remember it's late at night. I had been out of Magic for a couple of years. That would probably shock a lot of you. Pauper didn't really exist back then, and I was tired of spending money. And I had my collection and thrown under the bed or whatnot. And I'm up really late at night, and I'm having a dream about Magic. And I wake up, and Kai Bood's on ESPN like 16 or whatever the hell it's called, crushing people with the Artifact Red deck that he first came to prominence with. And I was like, oh my God, this is on TV now? So, you know, I went and got, what was it back then, Game Pro, or there's some magazine with Magic cards in it, and found a tournament like San Francisco area. And I went up to the judge before the tournament even started, because, you know, standard was always confusing to me, all the rotating crap, and back then extended and stuff. So anyway, the hold on just a minute, gotta stop this timer. Anyway, and I had Skyshroud Ridgeback in kind of a stompy speed build, and I really ran over the first round. I was feeling good, and then I guess it was like a day or two before this became legal. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I got DQ'd. But the tournament person, they gave me a full refund and everything, because they said, yeah, sorry, we did tell you it was okay. And I was just like, man, I think that's one of the other things that drew me to Pauper. I was just like, don't have to put up with all these shifting, this, that, and the other, rotating out, blah, blah, blah. All right, let's go. Hiya! Anyway, that's a really long story to pretty much sum up one card. It's like, hello. I got you, Aaron. My son, for a little bit of wee bit punishment, we've got him on a timer now with a lot of gaming, so... And a little catch up from last week. That's truly the only grade he was doing badly in was Spanish. So the rest of his report card was pretty impressive. I almost felt guilty for kind of Mom and I throwing the book at him so hard. But what are you going to do? He'll kick it up and keep moving there. So, all right, so we go WW against the old Blackburn Rovers. Hey, M3-915, good to hear from you. Thank you for chiming in. I love seeing new faces. All right, let's see what we got here. 2 lands, 3 creatures, and 2 fun toys. We'll keep this. And the deck without draw, you really, that's that 17 lands is just paramount, I think. You break the rule, you feel the fool. That's what's going on. I've been playing with the Mere Fairy deck. Oh, nice, with a lot of changelings in it. Deck by J. Berg is nice. What are we going up against? Black. Big surprise. Tournament practice room. Somebody's playing black. All right. Well, this could be a fun turn. All right. And let's do this. Boop boop. Why we like Gingerbrute here? We don't have to cast the Ambusher. I'm not going to. I'm gonna go like this. Then we'll go like this. Careful to choose red mana. And then we'll go... Yeah, let's go here. Certainly. Sorry, I've got 3 stooges on the brain. One of the funnier things with all this political crap going on in the States, or maybe in your country, wherever you're watching this from. I think I've told you guys this 1 or 2 other times, but there was a really funny 3 Stooges episode where they're sitting there going, you know, how do you represent or something? And he's like, Democrat. And the other guy's like, Republican. And then it pans over to Curly in that perfect timing of his, and he goes, pedestrian. I just loved it. Ooh, looks like some sort of probably familiars there. That sounds pretty cool, Pauper Tim. Ooh, boy, we got a good little draw here. Boink, boink. This deck just has that benefit of just being way too fast. Stop me if you've heard that one before, right? I just love decks that are fast. And we're just going to blitz on over here. Dash. Uh-oh. This is like built-in boost spell here, too. I mean, that's a formidable attack right there. Let's, I almost want to encourage the block, huh? I guess we'll do it here, in case he wants to trade. I'd rather lose the Gingerbrute. So what is that? 7, wow. All of a sudden, you're almost dead. I like this deck. I sure wish when Dash resolved it counted towards the morbid trigger, but oh well. Might be a quick show today, guys. You know, I had to give a shout out to this artist. This is who is this? Chris Ran. That is a really, really pretty piece there. For some reason, planes seem left out of the good art, in my opinion. It just, nothing really sells it. I always feel like it's a artwork from a similar angle. All right, here we go. Bum, bum, bum. Rancor's coming back. Coming back, Jack. Now, how much do we like Gingerbrute, right? Well, if we get another land, we can... they're probably on another snap here. All right, well, we like to see that. He's got black. He's going to have to protect it if he wants it. Let's try this. We'll do this to... What do you guys think? Let's kill this. He's going to have to regenerate anyway. What's this? What new devilry is this? Counter? Who does that? Yeah, another snap probably on the horizon, isn't it? I did that. Not liking the hunger plan in this matchup because we know they have so much bounce. I think we just run over and maybe cast Sentinel. He knows Rancor's in our hand, probably waiting for the snap. I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, let's just do that. A wee bit awkward, but we've got options if we need to do hunger at an instant pace. But my original list had Silhana as one of the only 2-drops in it. There's only 10 2-drops in this list. The rest of it is all good times. I was trying an update of Bugs and Pigs. Nice. Yeah, that's such a strong little deck. All right, so he's taking 3 right now. All right. What's he got? There's no vines in this list either. When I was talking to TemurPlayer, he had real good reasoning behind that too. Just proactive deck. You want to be smashing. You want to be waiting. I mean, you could easily argue putting that in there because it smashes plenty, and then it can stop, flicker wall combos game 1. But that's a pretty cool avatar. I haven't seen that one in a long time. Is that Eastern Shade or I forget what that's called? All right, familiars. We'll chalk up a W there. Whoop. 30 minutes in, we're almost down up 2 games already. All right, so our Macabres are coming in, and I think that's about it. I'm going to get rid of hunger. I'll get rid of 2 and 2. Believe me, we're going to see this awesome creature combat and such. Saves all of your team from lightning bolts. It's so good. I'm actually very surprised it's not played at the moment. Let's see. I think we'll just keep it like this. I could bring in archers, but yeah. Pauperganda got me started on MTGO. Yeah, Dan and the boys. Good times. Magic Gathering strat. He's doing a lot of mystery podcasts now over in Sweden. If I ever visit Europe and such, that's the first time we haven't drawn 2 lands. That kind of sucks. And we really want one there too, so I'm going to mulligan this. If I ever visit there, I gotta meet that guy in person. I mean, we've done so many podcasts together. Not so many, like 3 or 4. This card frame should say the Exaggerator. Well, we don't have what we want in the form of hunger, but if we did, you can see how you can just zap with Drake and then you get an instant kill trigger. You can turn on the Pit-Skulk. 2 or 3 of them I think is really cool. And if you're brewing, I know I've said this before, but sometimes you get some new viewers and such. Always look to the time spiral block in Pauper if you're trying to which is less and less anymore because of all the color fixing. But if you're trying to make a monocolored deck and you're frustrated with a certain matchup, you can't get there, that's usually the place that breaks the rules. In a good way. Well, I don't really even want to do that, do I? Let's do here. Since we've got 2 of them, I'm just going to attack here. And then we'll put the other one on the Pit-Skulk and hope for the best. But yeah, if you ever, you know, you're like, oh man, I got a green deck and I need it to fly, or I've got this and I need it to do this, and it's outside of the color chart of normalcy, that's usually where you can break the rules. Duck on Black Blade, says Dreamer's Tingle. Ah, yeah, that's right. You ever want a good laugh, boy? Go check out legendary creatures in Pauper. Like, set your filter to like show all cards, and my God, we used to play with some junk. Just 7 mana for like 3 colors and a 7/6 or something. That it's like, all right, a legend in their own mind, I guess. Thank you for that, Pauper Tim. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. All right, here we go. Uktabi. Now, I don't want you to think I'm waiting to play this. That's just when it happened to happen, and we're going to be able to pay the echo. But normally, just keep on moving, man. Good times. All right. Boy, maybe I should play this in a challenge. This is just like pushing people underwater before they can come up for air. Kaboom! Whambo. Hello. And there we go. More unblockables. Eastern Shade seems like a fair common. Yeah, no kidding. Even with Pro Black and all those mana costs, and it wouldn't even be played. There's so many cards like that where you're just like, oh my God, you can't. And it's like I honestly think you could probably bring in Flame Tongue Kavu to Pauper. And I think I brought this up like a year or two ago. It's like, what deck would play it? It's I'm sure Tron would. Tron would find a way, right? Start bouncing it, and it would be great. It would be a great card. It wouldn't be broken, I don't think. It just shows you the power level of. Now this is what I effing hate, because I'm usually so prepared for a Tron lock, and now we're not. Ooh, that would have been nice. Got to be careful we don't over enchant our stuff here. At least we've got a way to kill the horn there. Kill the horn. I'm going to say that very slowly. All right, here we go. Is any UFC fans out there tonight? One of the few times we're going to actually get the fight. Sorry for the boredom here, guys. It's unfortunately part of the metagame reality. We'll do this. Pretend like we've got vines. It's one of the only arguments you could have for vines is to just try to stop a few of these shenanigans, but double Stonehorn. It sounds like some summer rock tour. Kobolds and kids under 10 are free. I'll watch Khabib fight if I can find it. Yeah. I know. Oh, by the way, if you're a fight fan, it's pretty early. It's I don't know why they're doing that. It's for decades. They've always had the fight very biased towards West Coast times, and for some reason, they're it starts in like 2 hours. So don't let that catch you off guard. All right, what do we got here? Stonehorn, eh? We've got a Fae, and we've got ways to kill the Stonehorn. We can time them out, but I don't want to do that to you guys. I'd rather just roll over and quit if the game starts taking 45 minutes and such. Speaking of fight, I hope you draw another Savage Swipe to get those rhinos off the battlefield. Well said, my friend. Hopefully. And hopefully there's not 19 snaps in their hand. Always seems to be the case. So when people say Tron lands are the problem, this is usually where I'll point them to and be like, yeah, but it's like the lands go away and you still get the combo problem with any sort of free mana spells, including Snap, Flicker, Ephemerate. Need I go on? Now we're finally seeing that counter spell. What is it, 2 and a blue? Anybody know what that Rescind? No, that's Rewind. I'm thinking that one costs 4. But there's that new one. and you untap like 4 lands or something. It's outrageous. All right, well, at least they're not getting back any flicker. They've got Snap in their hand. And there's, hey, look at this. I think we'll be all right. If we can attack. I haven't been paying attention. Let's try it. We'll say this dude fights. We'll do this. Try to win right now. I'm going to feel like a fool if I haven't been keeping track of who's on first. We'll rock like this. Rewind, unwind. I think so, yeah. Can we attack? Yay! Boink! I was like, genuinely didn't remember if... That's why I hate... they used to tell you... See, it tells you a storm count here, but for a while there was this little orange-yellow symbol that would be there that was really cool, but... All right. So we haven't dropped a game yet with our little green blitz. I'm going to roll to our old favorite Wiki Bear, and we'll see you back here after a quick coffee break, and I'll be right back, guys. Enjoy. Oop.
I can answer any question you have. I'm Wiki Bear.
Here's a question. What was the second animated film produced by Pixar?
Checking now. Got it. That movie was A Bug's Life, released in 1998.
I actually think that's correct. Yeah, that's really great.
Wow. Speaking of bugs, Chicago gangster Bugs Moran was the intended target of Al Capone's St. Valentine's Day Massacre, where 7 of Bugs' mob associates were brutally gunned down in a blood-soaked garage. I'm Wiki Bear.
Wiki Bear, I don't think anybody wants to hear about people getting gunned down in a garage.
The hitmen were disguised as policemen, which just goes to show you, kids, never trust a cop.
No, no, you should trust cops. That's terrible. That was one incident.
Capone died of syphilis.
Oh, for God's sake, let's try another question. Wiki Bear, when was the Eiffel Tower built?
The Eiffel Tower was erected just in time for the 1889 World's Fair and is now one of the most iconic sites in Paris.
Okay, that is absolutely right.
Yeah. Merci beaucoup. And speaking of parasites, are you familiar with the Candiru parasite? A tiny but horrifying blood-sucking fish that lives in the Amazon? It can travel along the human urine stream and straight into your penis. Yay!
Why would you say yay after that? No one wants to hear about a parasite going into your penis.
Imagine a pain so intense you'd rather tear off your own genitals and endure it 1 second longer. Okay. I'm Wiki Bear.
No, okay.
I'm glad I don't have genitals.
All right. No, you don't. Okay, here's a question even you can't ruin, Wiki Bear. At what age are most people considered happiest?
According to a survey conducted in England, by age 37, most people have completed all their basic life goals, so the happiest age is 37, yay!
I had no idea. That's a really fun fact.
Yeah. Here's another fun fact. 37 is also the number of victims claimed by the Zodiac Killer.
Oh, my God.
A serial murderer who told the police he was collecting human slaves for the afterlife. Yay!
Do not tell kids about the Zodiac Killer, all right?
Even though he left plenty of clues, he was never brought to justice. He's probably still out there dreaming up his next creative murder. I'm Wiki Bear.
All right, no. Just stop it. I don't want to hear any more about
He was just thinning out the herd. Yay! We should thank him.
No, we shouldn't thank him. That's terrible. You're a terrible toy for children, all right?
If I could hold a gun, I'd kill you right now.
All right. We'll take a look.
Morality is an illusion. Nietzsche was right.
Shut up! Don't quote Nietzsche, Bear.
Why do we age Pauper brews twice as long as the guilds require? Because what's a couple more turns when you have 5 generations looking over your shoulder? Don't even think about it.
Available at Moros's Market. And we're back. Alrighty. Make sure y'all are still there. I want to make chat got pretty quiet there. Alright, let's jump right on in here and hopefully we can keep our winning ways and go for days. And how many more ways? Yay, we back, yay. Yay. He's got the Wiki Bear. Oh, so I'll show you the initial list from TemurPlayer. Had some interesting choices in it. We had old school giant growth. I better be careful because I don't want this deck to load. But if it does, no big deal. Never seen this card before, but it's a rebound for +2/2. And, you know, they said rightfully so. A lot of cutesy cards. I've never been a fan of Young Wolf unless Mono Black becomes like a really good deck and it's just everywhere. Not too big of a fan of it. But yeah, that was the original, and this is obviously where mine is. If you check out how, look at these 1-drops. It's like, oh my god. And then these like give you the mana, and this is like the only true like 2-mana spell that, you know, doesn't kind of reinvest in itself. It's craziness. All right, let's go. Woo! 2 mana. We like it. We like this. We like that. We like all of it. Yeah, sure. We'll keep this. Boop. Not the fastest hand. Convoke doesn't make too much sense with a Gingerbrute out, but we've got all the other creatures. Aged to perfection. Yes, indeed. Here we go. If there's a prettier forest, I haven't seen it. Man, oh man. John Avon was put on this earth to do land art. That guy's incredible. All right. What's going on? Oh, man. All right. They are afraid of the green wrath. We'll take that as a nix. Yeah. Anyway, so we've got all kinds of decks. Not quite sure what we'll have for, because next week will be Halloween, my favorite day of the year. And yeah, it's gonna be a full moon. It's a Saturday night. There's so many awesome things. Woo! All right, we'll keep this. No more lands, ever. That'd be nice. I see myself trying to put Gingerbrute in more and more decks. Just a great card. It sure is. Yeah, it really grew on people. Me too. I liked it right away, and then I was like, it just seemed like. But tell you, that and Ornithopter and Gingerbrute are like easily my two favorite, like, underappreciated cards. Those things just, man, they come out screaming. All right, speaking of screaming, looks like that Ridgeback's been doing some of that. What is that? Like some sort of like alien from Geiger sort of lore? That's the artist that drew the original Alien and Aliens and Sigourney Weaver and all that stuff. Talk about a good movie. Bishop. I remember that old dude. You want to see a weird time warp effect. Check out, hold on, if I do that to that, yeah, I'm just going to play this now. If you want, I don't know if any of you, I mean, I think medieval stuff goes hand in hand with, you know, the love of magic and stuff. So most of my audience out there, you guys, you're probably going to like Dungeons and Dragons or like sword fighting movies or things like that a little bit more than the average bear. But one of the funnier things when I was a kid, I used to love watching, I think it was just called Excalibur. There was this very, very artsy movie done way back, I think in like 81 or something. But the reason I bring this up is I recently just saw a clip again, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember I used to like have that on VHS and watch it on the weekends every once in a while and pretend that, you know, trying to be like some knight and all this stuff. But Patrick Stewart is in it, and he looks the same. It's really creepy. There's an advantage to going bald early, so says I. And you can, I don't know, it's just, it's very interesting. I mean, you get a little bit aged around the eyes and stuff like that, but that's about it. That guy's crazy. You know what? I should really have played this first, because if they've got a sprite, I could have swiped there. So that was a bit of a misplay there. I'm not going to walk in a sprite bait. I'll do it next turn. I'll try to do the right play next turn. Shiraz, of course you have it on VHS. Nice. Nest Invader also looking a little like H.R. Geiger. I love my audience. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Yeah, that thing's... It's almost like... Are those like little T-Rex arms and it's not finished forming? Very strange. Looks like it should have haste. Something about the artwork just suggests it's coming at you fast. Booyah. Yeah, I remember there's some like great scenes in Excalibur, and then there's just nerve-wracking like, oh, that's really awkward and strange and not in a good way. I remember really liking the Merlin character and that creepy kid. It's like some Caligula little dude with like a gold mask, and he was like, I forget what was his deal, Shiraz. Was he like impervious, like kind of an Achilles effect, or I can't quite remember. All right, here we go. Boop. All right, that's enough lands. Let's stop drawing them from now on. We'll do this. We will go like this to this to this to this. Boop. And then we'll go like this. And then like this. Yeah, we haven't really seen much on the way of power. We'll just do this to do it. Hiya! Keep a mana open just because. Hey, maybe they're playing some sort of spell I've never heard of before, like a what is that? Force Spike for free. I can't remember. It's been 25 years since I watched it. Yeah, that's about what it's been for me too. Funny how tastes change. I remember just loving that movie, and then I think I saw it like obviously when I was like upper teens, maybe even in my 20s, and I was like, oh god, I was like, it's like it was directed by 3 different people. I thought Tim Curry and Legend, yeah, that was Dreamer Stingo. You said it. I always thought that devil was just the best. Those horns were outrageous. You guys don't know what we're talking about. It was one of the first movies. I think Tom Cruise was in that, like one of his very first movies. And boy, this deck's just like running over people. This is crazy. I don't even know what we were really going up against. It looked like it was messing with the graveyard a little bit, but I don't think it's going to warrant any of that shenanigans. We saw some blue and we saw some black, so I'm going to bring in 2 archers, take out 2 courage. I know. You guys are like, you know what? Yeah. Let's take out 3. But yeah, there was a very, very artsy film. I think it is just called Legend, and unicorns and all kinds of stuff in it. It's neat when directors take such an artistic stance like that, where it's, you know, it almost skews the plot sometimes. It's just about each shot being like almost framed, and yeah, just very beautiful to have on. But man, that demon's horns were just like, I'm talking like if he had a normal human face and the chin came out like a foot, and then the horns were probably at the base like that. I mean, I don't know how the dude, and then the hooves, and it was just really, really well done. It's worth seeing just for that demon. Boop-a-doop. Here we go. Legend was from Ridley Scott. Oh yeah. He's a visionary. I remember Cruel and Hawk Slayer. That's what I want to be when I grow up, says Dreamer Stingo. That's what the Dreamer stands for, right? All right. I don't even know what that was. We'll just say Demir. I'll call it victim number 3. All right. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm sure we'll lose a few. And hopefully if TemurPlayer is in the chat, chime in. If your username's different, let us know who you are. Like I said, that's how this thing goes. Now watch, we're going to see a bunch of like disfigures, and we're going to be like, where's our gather courage now? Darn it. Another reason you might not want to go completely pure into the green realm with this style of build is just because you've got to be careful with COP green and stuff like that, because we are going a little bit wide, but we're going tall, meaning like we're stacking effects up and we have like a good creature. A lot of times that's why I like COP white. A lot of matchups, if you got room for it, it's really good against Seeker of the Way, because most decks hinge on that gaining them the life, and that's their way to get to the mid game. And you just turn off. You don't need to stop all the white creatures from going over, but anything with lifelink, just be like, hey, see you later. Well, this is a curious turn. Let's attack first. Maybe he'll use up some removal. This way we can at least stop a ninja. I'm believing we're gonna drop. Yeah, well, let's drop BTE. Let's do this. This to this. Yes, yield. I'll have to watch Legend again. You know what I just saw yesterday was The Color of Money. That was a really, really good movie. I know I'd seen it before, but my hunch was right. Yeah, I was just really blown away by it. Just about pool hustling and stuff, and just a pretty smart film for its day and age. I don't rush out to see it or anything. If you haven't seen it, though, it's one of those, like, just a real good movie. I tell you, sometimes there are movie stars. Like, anymore, everybody seems to be on TV, or they got their own YouTube channel like this jackass and such. But, boy, that Newman guy, I mean, you can, like, he can be in a scene and you can have your eyes closed and you know where he's at. It's just a presence to some people like that where you're like, man, you do belong on film. All right. Hey, we got all kinds of cool stuff going on here. Well, what's likely to be killed? We don't really have to worry about counterspells here. I want to keep the mana open for the other thing. We'll keep our Drake hanging out. We're going to be able to kill our own Drake with this if we don't watch out. That'd be funny. All right. Let's attack here. Boom, boom. Wait till after blockers. We'll shoot the sky. Pump the guy. And aim for the sky. Hiya! Let's do... Well, they've got echoing stuff, so let's go like this. Echoing options, I should say. Hard counter or a sprite? Good. I don't mind a hard counter. I would have felt like a fool if that was a sprite. And at least we get in our damage. Yep. I feel there's less thought-provoking films with character development now. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. At the risk of sounding like, get off my lawn, guy. I tend to agree with you. However, I'll tell you what. I've never... this is definitely a golden age of television. Probably my favorite show maybe ever. It sounded so boring when I first heard about it, but it's Better Call Saul, and it's a spinoff of Breaking Bad about just a really shady, seedy lawyer. And the character development in it is so good. And there's an actress named, I think her name's Rhea Seehorn. She plays the kind of a corruptible blonde that's, you just don't know what's going to happen to her. Man, that is, I think, the best actress on TV. Just a crazy, crazy, crazy talent. Just out of this world. That Bonesplitter's feeling pretty useless. I just want to keep up the pressure here. I love having a Scattershot out when I know that they've got sprites. It's like, yeah, you go ahead and counter that. Let's do that. I'm just going to keep that dude back, I think, right? Let's, we're really susceptible to echoing decay here. Maybe that wasn't the best play. Whatever. Usual Suspects, that's pretty good. I haven't seen Fallen Down. I saw that once, but I haven't seen that in a long time either. I think we just attack with everything. He wants to throw a sprite in front of something, that's cool. I'm sure something's going to die here. Or if you, even better, he wants to cast it end of turn for nothing and then turn it into a ninja. Big deal. Whoop. All right. Well, kind of wish one of our sentinels would have died instead, but what are you going to do? At least we know they don't have Echoing Decay in hand at least that turn. Maybe they just drew it. We'll see. But yeah, as far as TV goes, that's crazy. Like the animation and stuff. Just out of control. I know there's a couple seasons of Fargo that are just awesome. What a strange priority. All right. Well, since we saw that, I'm going to Nest Invade. All right. I think we're getting to that point now where I can just we draw a land. That'll be cool. Doop. All right. Well, we're going to have all kinds of fun stuff here, right? You know what? I think... this is a weird one, isn't it? I can just kill that thing. Let's do that. It's going to be awkward. Our dude's going to die next turn, isn't he? Well, hold on. You know what? I'm just going to do this. Let's rock like this. I'll sacrifice something here. Is it worth losing a dude to get in 4 damage? I think so. And we could sack that, but I want to save it for Howlpack punching power. And I don't really mind losing a Sentinel at this stage. It really sets up the aggro mindset, and then if they do have decay, it's only going to be a 2-for-1 and not just obliteration time. So, new DuckTales has made Webby a more developed character. Nice. You're talking to Mr. Disney over here. I cut just about every promo that's on their channel right about now, but now I'm out of work again. Well, I'll have to check out Fallen Down. I don't remember it being like a must-see, but you guys usually know me pretty well, so I'll have to check that out. I tell you, my other 2 favorites, I know I mentioned this about 3 weeks ago, are The Boys on Amazon Prime, and especially Utopia. Utopia just, whoo-wee, that was a good one. All right. Do we fight for the right? If I do a fight like that, then that'll die. Can't really fight anything here. A strange scenario. Let's if I do that, he's gonna take 4 and then that dies. Interesting. Let me let's see if this works. I'm gonna say this and this. Now, how does this read? I'm holding down control, gets 2/2 until the end of the turn. If its power is 2, then, so it should go to, does it fight immediately? Because I'm thinking I could sack this. I think it all happens at exactly the same time, right? I can't remember if this shows up as 4 and then they fight, or if it's just bunk and it's all over. So if that happens, I do not think it works. I don't think so either. All right. Let's do this. Yeah, it's kind of a 2-for-1. What am I doing? I am terrible. Boop-a-doop. Yeah, they got a counter. I'm a dummy. Oh well. This deck's so fast I gotta give my opponent some chances. Hey, look at that. Maybe not. 3 down. Who's next? Sound like Mama Fratelli from the Goonies. All right, we're just gonna jump right into round 4. Make sure the number 2's up, and here we go. I think we might have something here. Definitely some wiggle room. I think the sideboard, you know, it's pretty basic right now. It's kind of a catch-all. 17 feels just right. I wouldn't touch that. Could probably mess with 1 or 2 of those. Dr. Spina. Yes, we want to play first. Well, look at this. We've got the 1/2 punch power. If we drew another land, I would consider that because we've got this dude for backup. That is a weird hand, isn't it? I think we scoop this. Let's mulligan. Oh, God, what a gross looking hand this is. I think you can make it a 7/7 when the fight happens. Well, it only gets the 2/2 bonus when it is a 2/2. I'll have to mulligan again. Another reason to do 17 lands is when you have to mulligan very steeply, you can do things like this. All right, in this scenario, we do have hunger, but something's going to die anyway. So we'll put back any cards that Gotta remember, we're not playing Brute Squad. I don't really need that to happen. All right. Man, this is lame. Ugh. I should have thought that through a little bit better. Little fights in. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Of course. We gotta lose one of these. Maybe we'll finally run into mono black. Hey. Well, what's up with rovers? Everybody's on the same train I was, huh? Hey, we've got elves. That'd be funny if that comes through. So this reads, whenever it attacks, each opponent that doesn't control an elf loses 1 life. A black elf. Hey, that kind of looks a little like a legend, right? Pretty big horns on that dude. Maybe it's the spawn of Tim Curry. Quick break from class. Hey, all right. Which class you taking, buddy? Ah, shoot. What is this crap? Man. Hiya! Take that, sucker. At least next turn, we'll be able to turn on the Howlpack. I haven't checked it in a while, bud. For a very long time, Thornbow Archer was bugged so its controller lost 1 life and not the defending player. I didn't know that. Yeah. Who was it? Way, way, way back. There was a... who was that player? He had a quirky little name, but it was before Rovers. And he played like this, just this black speed deck with Night Market Lookout. I think 1 or 2 what do you call vehicles? Look quite a bit like this. No. And we go like this. All right. Well, something died. We've got something good now, though. Hiya! This is going to be a close one if we get stuck at this one land. It's about time the deck kind of falls down at least one game. Feeling pretty OP at the moment. All right. Boy, if we can get that extra land out, we're going to be feeling pretty good here. We'll get a little fight action going on. Got to be careful. They might be able to... they put that on the lacerator. They're going to be able to block our Pit-Skulk if we don't watch out. All right, here we are. Gosh darn it. Oh well. It's something. Let's go. Oop-a-doop. And attack. I normally would want to block, but God, having access to Savage Swipe right now, it's tempting not to, isn't it? Gonna be awfully fun if we draw land. Where is our... Ah! This is when I want my card, darn it. All right. Boop. Oh, okay. I thought it was just that 1 week. I apologize. I can be a bit slow of study sometimes. 5, 6, 7, 8. Did we lose? Yay! We finally lost. All right. Well, it took us getting double mole and screwed, and we still were in it. We'll come back and smash them. Watch this. All right. Black. I'll just call it Blitz. Black Blitz. The first L of the day. All right. Let's go get some revenge. So we saw this figure. That's awesome. Gonna want some life gain. That's for sure. But at what expense? I'm going to bring in all 3. Stuff's going to die. A lot of stuff's going to die. I don't want to be... we're gaining life the other way. I'm going to get rid of these. I just want men and tricks to stay alive. None of this pressing mid-level stuff. We got to come out swinging. Woo! Ric Flair style. Oh, if you caught the top of the show, you saw our new Thermal Alchemist commercial. My God, that can took me probably 14 hours. I was editing that and chopping it up frame by frame and rotoscoping. Just, oh, you wouldn't think it. Yeah. It probably would have been faster to go print the label, put it on a can, and shoot the commercial myself. But it's not how I roll. Mulligan. Oh, come on. What? Just doesn't want to give us a good hand. This is 2 games in a row here. We've been blessed with 2 land hands and pretty decent stuff. I think we might have a few too many tricks. I think maybe 3 Gather Courage is probably right. And maybe even, from my playstyle, maybe even losing a Bonesplitter. I don't know. Yep. See you later. All right. Ken Barb, Suicide Black. Yeah. Who was that player? It's on the tip of my tongue. Top of my brain. Top of the morning. Oh, what was it? Can't quite remember. Come on, Dr. Spina. What's going on? There's the clock's a ticking. We're at the hour mark and we're almost done with all 5 games. That's pretty funny. Mulligan. He's trying to catch us sleeping. We ain't gonna sleep. All right, we'll keep this. I can see what TemurPlayer's love affair was with this. In this build, this is a really good card. We'll keep this. Be real careful too. A lot of times. Hold on. I gotta think. I'll put this back. You know what? I'm gonna put this back too. A lot of times. What was I? Lost my train of thought. A lot of times what? Who knows? It's a mystery. Here we go. Try disfiguring that, sucker. Oh. If we just draw another land, we'll be in this. All right. Dark Ritual. All right. We like that. He's losing life. Cool. Damn. Making us look slow. Nice speed there. If you're going to use Ritual, that's where it's at. Benefit of playing like a speed deck like that is you can just run, what do you call, Faerie Macabre. It's got evasion. Running the Tron game 1. Booyah! You're off to the races. Well, let's just attack, and then we'll do some tricks here. I could put that on there, but I'm not going to. We'll attack here. Let me see if this has the same artist, Carl Critchlow, as Nettle Sentinel. There's something about it that reminds me of that. All right, we'll do the obvious play here, and if you look very closely, we've got a pretty nasty little combat trick here. We can block and tap, and all of a sudden our dude's a 6/4. That's pretty awesome. A lot of times people just forget that they wanted to say. Yeah. What do we have here? Ooh. Don't get me started on Stephen King's Cat's Eye. Man, that is like a direct ripoff. Good little short story of horror and little sequences. That was pretty cool. I don't know if this is worth it or not, but I'm going to do it. We will block. And then I'm going to do this just to make them worried. You, pow, booyah, whambo. That's pretty cool. Well, you can't block there, and if he blocks there, I'm fine, so I'll just pile it all up. It's going to suck if he's got a disfigure, because then we will be creatureless next turn. But we're the aggro in this matchup anyway. I don't mean this game, I mean just this match. He was the aggro last time. It's kind of a coin toss with these 2 decks. They're vying for the title of Super Fast Champion. Yeah, I know that. His UFC prelim starting like 1 hour. Crazy. I'm used to him starting like way late at night. Little squee avatar there, the little rosy cheeks. That's pretty cool. All right. Good thing about Pit-Skulk, it's kind of a free duress. What's that guy talking about? Well, I'll tell you what I'm not talking about. It's this grotesque color choice. Why did they make that dark blue? Ugh, you can't even see it. I've been bitching about that for weeks. Yeah. Here we go. I want an elf, darn it. Oh, Hunger of the Howlpack would be pretty sweet right now, but man, if he's got this figure, that is going to suck. Don't have it. Yay! Ah, man. And the one time I want it. Come on now. Odds. I think that's better in our hand. I'm not going to be running any chittering rats. Might as well make them think we've got some sort of trick up our sleeve. Replica Blockade Green, Pit-Skulk, and Ledgewalker. Must have been a nice time to play Stompy. That's right about when, yeah. Those were fairly new cards. I always crack up with Sohana Ledgewalker. One of my very favorite cards of all time. Is it just causes so many like double takes and people, wait, what? You know, or they'll keep it back when you have a flyer and you're like, it doesn't block flyers. I can see where you could screw that up, but are we going to be able to pull this one off? We're going to make it, methinks. I hope so. Yay. We haven't lost yet. Boy, this one's really making it hard for us, isn't it? Whoop. All right, we'll go like this. We'll play a dash. Hi-ya. Attack. What's up? In case they have any tricks, we'll do that to that. Smash for 9. Booyah. Any cards in the yard? Nothing in hand. The other night I was playing somebody, and it was similar to that. And they waited like, it was in a tournament, and they waited like 2 minutes. Remember my, what was it? Our little series where we have the Parlance, Pauper Parlance. It was total pouting play. I was just like, you have lost. There's nothing in your graveyard. There's nothing in your hand, and you would think if it bugged them that bad, then they would want to get it over with quicker, not, you know, sit in the soup. It's crazy. All right, Little. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you for joining us a wee bit of time. Here we go. Keeping this. We like this hand a lot. I think I can make this even faster. Some of this stuff's feeling pretty clunky. Everybody's rolling their eyes. I'm like, you've gone too far, old man. All right, let's do this. Woo, there's some life gain. Let's do this to this. That is a body. 1 mana. Oh, that was my train of thought 10 minutes ago when I had my little brain screw up. Gazban Ogre. Shiraz, do me a favor. 1 mana, 2/2. Seems awesome, but I've never got it to work, and every time somebody plays against me, they'll drop it at lifeline, and then they get a free creature out of it. So be careful of that one. All right, we're going to get rid of that. That's all right. We know they're playing edicts now. We'll put out some edict food for it. Be all right. I think actually the better play might just be Sentinel Ridgeback. There it is. Man, Chimsky on fire. All right, let's just do the basic play here. I should have probably done this in reverse just so I could set the trigger for Nettle, but we ain't playing no real. Here we go. Got a good blocker. We've got some life gain. I love the psychology of that Ridgeback. It's like, do you really want to kill that? Do you? Have you really thought it over? Now we're going to play our little lady. For some reason, I just think of this Drake as a lady. Kind of chauvinistic of me when something's frail. If I have to choose something, that's what I choose. All right. Well, we've got that to that to that. Or we could do that. This is curious. I think we just attack here, right? Let's attack. Boop, boop. Probably should have played the Drake there. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, cool. That's what I was doing. Yeah, see? Oh, not a pauper deck. I didn't know about that, Chimsky. If you have a link or anything, send it to Shiraz and post it up. That'd be a curious little oddity to revisit. The yonder years. The lexicon of magic. All right, here we go. We're going to trade. We got some damage in. We're going to get a big pit. Booyah. And then we're going to make it Gigantor. Hiya. Then we better get our creatures out. See how we want another land? 2 or 3 is really optimal here. Come on over, you Gruul Draz. Speaking of, cool. One sneaky little list. All right. Here we go. We got a 5/5. We got them set. Coming correct. Land. Well, let's do this. Whoop. It will die, and we will have hunger. And if there's any tricks... Of course, we've got Ridgeback too, so that probably wasn't the best play. Probably should have went with this. I planned it when I first set that out. Was like, oh, I'll just hunger at the beginning of the turn, but this is going to die at the beginning of the turn, so all we're doing is getting in a little attack here and little nothing. It's going to hit pretty hard. Got him dead next turn, so could argue that. I don't know. What do I know? How did him bring that up before you even mentioned it? Yeah. Yeah, he can be scary fast sometimes. Come on over, you Shadowman. Booyah. Huh. He's got a... I think he's going to... That'll be funny if I can... I mean, we're going to be able to kill him unless he's got a trick here, but... Both our guys die. That was a terrible play. I make them so you don't have to. That's why you tune in to this show. All right. Booyah. Well, we got that. A lot of stuff died. I do not want to walk into an edict effect. Edict effect, or do we go for the win? Let's go for the win. I'd rather save the Howlpack. Let's do this. Attack. Whoop. Do we have it? Does he have an edict? No edict. No edict. Yay! We're 4-0. Off to the last one, folks. Here we go. We'll just run right into it. Let's see. Yeah, TemurPlayer. There we go. Let me create this last one up here. Make sure we got the right one up because I've been shuffling around showing you guys different variations. And as we round them to the last round, one of our quickest shows. Oh, so yeah. I don't know. Should we just rename it Green 1? I don't want to make it about me. This is TemurPlayer's thing, so I think it may be Green Blitz or BLITZ-GREEN because that sounds like the German word. Yeah, I want to play first. And it does blitz. We got dashing all day. I don't like this hand. We need one more mana. Mulligan. That deck's kind of fallen on its face these last two games. We're still winning, but doesn't feel like by much. I'm going to get rid of that. Boop. We might not draw another land. And I'm not going to harbor any resentment towards those of the forestry persuasion. Ooh, thank you for that, Shiraz. Sved Giltson. Must be my neck of the woods with the last two letters. Send in. And our last match, we have somebody that really hates Tron. They're playing main deck Relic. They hate something else. I'm not sure. All right, let's attack. Let's get some creatures out. And hopefully this is just mono black. Of course, we need another land if this is going to just be mono black. Boink. Here we go. We'll set this. Oh, I don't think it'll live long now that we've seen swamps, but there's a pretty land. Almost too pretty to be a swamp. So says I. And here we are. There was a time when Wizards sold the tournament champion decks. Yes. Yeah. So you could, yeah. My favorite part about those decks was that they came with like 20 blank cards that you could just write. They were like set up for proxies already. And I think they had gold edges. Yeah, I had like 4 or 5 of them. And that was a master stroke by their marketing department. It's like, man, people that just have an instantly competitive deck like that, it's such a good idea. I was really shocked that they didn't go further with that. Or they keep coming out with them, you know. All right, we'll just do this. Hopefully we'll be able to untap next turn. Let's see if we can kill him with one land. I'm glad we got rid of the other dasher because we drew another one. I actually had all of them, says Kim Barb. Played the you-know-what out of them. They were amazing. I agree. Yeah. And that's what I've done with my... when I initially sold my collection, I just used a lot of the I don't know, maybe $100 back then, and I got pretty much every Pauper deck there was, and it's pretty sweet. There's the worst card in mono black, showing up in its irritating form. I'll make quick work of it, and come on over for the majority of their life. Boop, 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 pow. Unless he's got a snuff out. We're feeling in pretty good shape. It's fun when you can beat people with 1 mana. Bonk. Oh man, I remember the Jit. Oh god. Brutal card. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Savage Swipe, such a game changer for Stompy. I haven't played it much, and it pushes green a little too far if you ask me. Great card. I'm not saying ban it or anything, but man, it's just one of those cards where you have to be crazy to not put it in a deck with a bunch of little green men in it. Nuts. How good is Treetop Ambusher if we draw another land? I'll be out of the woods. I remember TemurPlayer besting me with a scenario just like this. I had him down to like nothing, and oh man. That's what I get for bad mouthing the rat. See, comes back and nibbles on my leg. We've only got 10 more turns. I think more people need to play Volshock Morningstar. Yeah, Pauper Tim, that's a good call. It shuts off ninjas all day long, that's for sure. Yeah, there's so much, if you play Brute Squad at all, you really, really start to just be shocked at how good 3/3s are in Pauper. And to your Morningstar comment, that makes a lot of things like very threatening, very fast. A wee bit investment. All right. Come on, give me a land, dang it. Arr. Yeah, I remember that legend rule. I have to admit, though, I think Wizards gets a lot of things wrong, namely not hiring me. Just kidding. Oh, I'm not really, but I think most of their rules changes, especially like the mulligan and like the card frames and, you know, making the power toughness stand out. I don't know if you follow that stuff. It really gets just absolutely off the chart when any change happens. Everybody goes, oh my god, I'm going to quit forever, blah, blah, blah. And it's just happened so many times in the past. It just cracks me up. Just as a whole, everybody, oh, come on. Ugh. All right. 1 mana and we're good to go. All right, all right, all right. I don't want to draw that again. Oh, no, it's not that bad. That's all he's got. We can take quite a bit of damage continually. We'll throw that on the top. Damage on the stack. Yeah, that was so frustrating. All of a sudden, Mog Fanatic went from amazing to just, it's all right. I think that turned off thousands of players, the damage on the stack thing, because I remember trying to teach people the game, and it was very understandable, and an average person could just grasp it pretty quick. But then you started getting into the whole, now imagine this, and then but in response to that, it's just like I think it's a little bit too much calculus thrown into a card game. And then the whole interrupt and instant thing, like. I've got some older cards, and my youngest, he's such an old soul. He just loves old things, and he's always looking at, unfortunately, some white bordered crappy things, and you know, some revised and such. And he's like, "What the hell is an interrupt?" And all right, here we go. Let's go. Let's do this so that we got Edict Insurance. We'll rock like this. Double Edict might happen. Who knows? Whoop. Play some dash. Hiya! I hear you. I have to interrupt. It was not instantly. All right, let's tap slowly as we see if we're going to win. I doubt it. Ooh, all right. Well, we got it next turn, sucker. Oh. My oldest son, he's just killing it on YouTube. He's got, God, I think he's up to like 15,000 subscribers now. Just dwarfing me, that's for sure. These damn kids, I don't know how they do it. We've been getting a lot of love, though, lately. There's been a lot of people just out of the woodwork like, I just found your channel. Where has it been? I'm like, I don't know. We're not hiding it. You think for a PR dude, doing stuff better. Man, I really want them to make, obviously, just throw the card underneath it. This is just ugly. You think it's there. It's not grayed out enough. Or maybe put it over here or something. And then that disgusting blue modifier. It's like, gosh, it's pretty easy to set the code to like key it like to the opposite. So even if it's a strange random piece of art, you can have it stand out a little bit more. It's like, I mean, they might as well make some of that the same color as the background. All right, let's see if we can win here. We'll cast with dash, and hopefully they don't have any answer. Watch, they've got like tendrils. That would suck. Hiya! Does the surprise dash get it? Expect a Gary. But we're too scary. Booyah! With 2 mana. I thought it was going to just be 1. MBC. We'll put a W there, and hopefully this might be it, folks. Who knows? I like Gather Courage, but we didn't really see Disfigure. But we did see, we're going to see a lot of removal, so I don't want to really err on that side. I'm going to lose this, this, and this. For what? Well, we'll bring in some Edict food. Yeah. We'll do that. I don't want a lot of creatures and such. Guess we could bring in the Brute. I don't know. You're not feeling too at home in this build. It is evasion, though. The problem with mono black, though, is it's just dumb dudes on the ground, you know? I like the Rager. I like that Pirate. It's replacing itself. You're drawing a card. You're doing something. But sometimes that board, obviously, you know, everybody knows the end game. Drop a Gary and then reap the rewards. But too often, though, it loses in combat. It's a little too slow. A lot of underwhelming choices. Yeah. I know. That's probably why I'll just title this one, because it's not stompy. I mean, it is, but it isn't. And it's not green one. It kind of is, but it isn't. So I'll probably just call it like BLITZ-GREEN. Watch, I'm going to offend somebody. It's like, alrighty. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. I don't know about that. We'll keep it. I'd rather be able to play everything out and make them staring at their rats. Of course, we're probably going to have to redraw one of these lands here, but terrible. Yeah, Jose, I think Chittering was, I should stop bagging on it so much. I'm like 3 weeks in a row now, but outside of just being irritating, it's just kind of a do-nothing card. All right, hopefully they've got a whole handful of, what do you call, edicts, and we can at least use it on the Scattershot. Just in case they got the Gombaji Witches, I want to not have the Brute Squad plan. Got enough stuff that fails to that. All right, let's do this. Yeah, I think we're going to go with this plan. If we can attack, let's see. We probably got a Chittering Rats incoming next turn. Let's play this. I don't know if I want to get 2 for 1 right now. I'm going to hold back. I'm pretty sure they got 5 cards. They're playing black. They probably got removal there. He's going to drop a rat here, and then we'll have an open door to smash the Rancor down. That way we at least get the card. So, see, plays this little speed bump. Yeah, we could even attack with this and just kill it. That'd be fun. Alrighty, let's do this with dash. Yeah. I probably should have just cast that. I don't know. What am I doing? Let's do we'll rock like this. I'll attack with both. No, I'm gonna attack with everybody. Come on over, rat. Dink. We'll make this. Show him how robust a rat is. He trades with the Ambusher. That's cool. We don't get it stuck in the hand. Of course, that forest is probably going to be drawn again next turn, and then we'll be in the Hellbent mode and all set. I think Whisper Agent, and I'll keep a gang. Yes, I do too, Pauper Tim. That's I mean, what more do you want? Thing's a 3/2, same amount of mana. Gorgeous card. Sneaky as hell. You know, Kiba's one of those cards. That's a free duress card, right? I mean, you're playing the duress color, so it's going to jackass move, but you know, if that lives, you know they don't have an answer in their hand. They're trying to top deck urgently. Well, this is kind of lame, except for the fact that we can get a whole lot of mana burn here. That's one thing, you know, we were just talking about Wizards and the rules and such. It's one thing I wish was still around was mana burn. But back to my original point, I think it is kind of harder to understand. Some people, made sense to me. It's like, you got this thing, you know, it's like you spill a cup of water, it goes on the ground. It doesn't just, oh, I didn't use it. I think you could argue it both ways. A cool little swamp. I've always liked that little graveyard scene. Very fitting for Halloween. Woohoo! We're going to come in under the 2-hour mark if this keeps up. I'll give him some hope that his next Chittering Rat might have purchase, but we all know it's not. Coming in for 3. Probably going to eat a Defile? Yep. I play this game too much. I hope he's got 4 Chittering Rats in hand, even though that's impossible. How about 3 Chittering Rats and an Unearth? How's that looking? How big is our party here now? Cleric, Wizard, Rogue? Oh, yeah. I forgot about the party mechanic, yeah. Well, now we're at a standstill. Hey, remember that card I cut, Gingerbrute? That might be pretty good here. Yeah. Rather play it. Man, I'll be elite doing some work. In this scenario, that's really good. That's a 2-for-1. I usually don't like that card much either. 3 mana, but it is pulling its weight. That's worth 3. When it's a 1-for-1 trade, it's always like, ugh. If Angler is fair, then Ace and Shade is fair. That's right. There's a good card. The Raja. Problem, replacement, boom. What more do you want? Wicked Akuba, yeah, I like that too. That's pretty cool. Dang it. I don't want to get chitteringed. If I attack with both, that might be a good play. Might not be. We'll see. Let's try it. Hiya! He's probably thinking I got vines or something. Maybe he won't block with the Angler. You know, I didn't see that. I'm a dummy. For some reason, I just thought he had to do it the other way. Did I? I'm going to scoop this one because that was such a bad play. I'm just going to give it to him. Ghost Rancor, yeah. There you go. It's Halloween after all. Mono Black should win a few. Okay, well, Natural State's not going to do much. You could bring these little cutesy answers in, and then you just hold them all game while Chittering Rats keeps eating your stuff. So, I don't know about that. I missed Bonesplitter in that one. I don't know what I want to do. Let's go. What do we got here? Cut 1 Drake. I think I want one of these dudes in here. But for what? Maybe an Invader. I'll do that. Whoop. Last game, no matter what. We probably could have pulled that one out, but I don't know. We were looking at 7 a turn, and we were drawing pretty dead. And then yours truly made the biggest punt of the day. Nothing new. We all do it. Here we go. Bam. All right. That's a whole lot of nothing right there. But I'm going to keep it. We draw land. We're really on easy street. If we don't, we're screwed. But we've got a nice early play here. Whoop. Here we go. Jadefire WSN with the Wicked Akumina knowledge. That's a good one. All right. Well, let's get some creatures out, and I don't know if we do that to guarantee that. Let's just do this. Stuff's gonna die. They like to use removal with this board looking at you, right? You're like, well, God, stuff's gonna die anyway. Why do I want to use a removal spell? Oops, I took 4. And then really, really, really want to land. If we do, we're feeling good. Otherwise, this is a super dead draw if we don't get a land here, because we've got a super awkward board in that this will die next turn anyway, so I don't want to throw a hunger on it. Ugh. Yeah, that's terrible. It'd be funny to put Rancor on it and watch him kill it. We've got to represent a creature here. Let's do this. So we have something. Could have got greedy there, but against mono black, they have something. So Cash Override, yeah, it's kind of a different take on it from one of our fans, TemurPlayer online. Sent us the list, modified it a little bit. We're calling it BLITZ-GREEN. It's quite a bit lower curve. And just on fire the first 3 games. 4th game we still won, but it was close. And then this last one, that's why we're 1-1 right now. I lost that one, but it hasn't lost yet. Let's go like this. Oh, come on, man. 1 mana is all I want. I ain't skimming on them or nothing. I could put Howlpack on that. Let's do it. Hiya! Caught an opening. I want to take it. Boom. Just going to eat some Edict food. BTE into an Ambusher. Come on over for 3. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, Night Soil. I like that card. That's a good call. A lot of people don't see that one. Haha, there's a good rat. That's a rat worth mentioning. It doesn't chitter at all. All right, here we go. Boop, boop. Playing slow. Here we go. Lots of things, don't you know? I'll cast it with dash. Or do I? Yeah, I think we cast with dash. Should activate that first, because then this ability grants some good times. Let's see if he does it. Nope. All right. We trading? What's going on here? Probably a defile. Yeah, forget that stipulation on can somebody bring up the that Night Soil card? I forgot. There's some, like, it has to be something. It was kind of like it's a bummer. The graveyards are such a problem. Just make some good. Even Withered Wretch is like, I remember thinking that was back when Extended was being played and that came out, and I was like, yeah. I was like, I finally got. Kind of felt like Relic doesn't Pauper, where you're like, yeah, there's some games it helps, but it's not a backbreaker. Anyway, they're going to be able to pull out of this one. Kind of feels like they will. Got the mana. They don't got the life, but we're 1 Gary or like a tendrils away from this going up in smoke pretty fast. Carrion Beetle. I like that Organ Grinder too. He's pretty cool, but again, you know, doesn't have haste and whatnot. I mean, I guess you could use that red wall or the drawbridge nowadays, but I'd be reaching pretty far to get to the mid game so that you could do 1 trick and all these other things. So All right, let's cast this. Why I'm putting creatures out. Wants to eat life. That's one thing. I'm gonna chance it. Let's go like this. I'm playing like garbage this last game. Sorry about that, guys. Like looking at the clock, at messages. I got all the excuses, I tell you. Surprised I don't see more witches' cottages. Ah, that's what I was afraid of. I'll put them right back in it. All right, that blows. I'll sit back. He's playing like a makeshift ephemerate in the Undying Evil. But what a fitting card for one of our Halloween shows, right? Coming out with that. 2 gets it done. Bam! Yeah, we really want that dasher, don't we? Yeah, but again, see that martyr, you gotta activate it, wait. It's just so hard to beat Macabre. Such a good card. I don't care if I get 2 for 1 here. I don't want to get Chittering Rats with a Scattershot Archer out. If he wants to use removal, cool. All right. I don't think we're pulling out of this one. My mistakes are going to cost me too greatly, but at least now I won't have egg on my face if he's got a Chittering Rat. See how much better, like in this stage too, another Rager would be for him. It's like options. Here we go. Yeah, Grim Harvest. I don't have the patience for Grim Harvest. I love it. It's a great card. Almost any deck you should, if you got access to it, it makes sense. But when you see it played very well and patiently, it's like, wow, that's really broken. Same with, but for some reason I can do it with Death Spark, which is even more tedious. But for some reason I don't know. I just get to where I'm like, just let the creature die, and then like 3 turns later, I'm like, oh man, I really should have. I think we've all been there. Okay, I think we're about to scoop here, guys. We'll just play it out, let them smash us. For our only loss of the day. I deserve it, the deck doesn't. But the list will be in the chat here, and if you like our show and all that stuff, tell all your friends if you don't mind. We need all the help we can get. What kind of a hidden little island in the Pauper universe for some strange reason. Like I said, we've got quite a bit of love this last week or two. It's been a lot of fun. Boy, that's some respect. Gurmag holding back. That kind of tells you a little bit of what's in their hand, doesn't it? I think it's some Chittering Rats. I put them on 2 Chittering Rats, and it can't be removal. Hold on. Oh, and Undying Evil. I think that's what's in their hand. With a pretty high level of certainty. Boink. What do you guys say? Let's do some deductions here. Be cool if this Vin0066 later on shows what was in his hand. I should get a pat on the back if I'm right. I remember way back in the day playing poker with one of my old buddies, and he had these really big glasses on, and I could see the color of the cards in the reflection pretty easily. It was funny. He thought I was a witch doctor. All right, down goes our team. Wham! Down goes us. Boop. Well, it's been fun, folks. Bam. Ugh. And we go 4-1. Should have easily been a 5-0 there. I can't say that. I'm so used to rolling over mono black control with a Brute Squad that, who knows? Maybe this is a 50-50, and maybe that's why the Young Wolves were in the original build, but I don't think it would have really saved us there. So anyway, there you have it. TemurPlayer's original list, and then ours with a little slight modification. Not quite sure what I would change, what I would keep. But regardless, guys, we'll see you next week on Halloween, this guy's favorite day of the year. Thank you for joining me, as always. And, yeah, take care of each other. Be nice and all that good, warm-hearted, yummy stuff. All right, guys. Adios.
Attention Pauperganda Knights, show your love of all things Pauper with our Ultra Deluxe playmats. And true to our Pauper roots, the glorious artwork is 100% free.
Trying to give these guys everything they can get to me, and that's it.
Just send an email to pauperganda@gmail.com with the subject 1, 2, or 3, and we'll send you the playmat file for free.
I gotta read it again because my mind is just a piece of shit this morning.
All you need to do is visit our friends at inkgaming.com. Order yours today.
The luxury of Brindleburgers will stay with you for life. Dripping slabs of succulent swine. Never sacrifice flavor. Wait, what? Get Brindley!